Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Humankind, where today, unfortunately, there may be some elephant-on-elephant violence. I want everybody to understand, right here, right now, at the beginning of this thing, I do not encourage humans causing other animals to fight each other for basically any reason. I feel like it's especially shitty when they're elephants. I don't know, something about... elephants are really smart and empathetic, right? That feels worse, somehow. But the important thing is, it wasn't my fault. I would not have done this. Yellow, I'm blaming Yellow. Every elephant that dies is on their hands. We have communication from Purple, actually. Purple would like to be able to buy access to our strategic resources. That's interesting. They, how much do they want to fight me? So they're gaining 15 war support. They're currently needy. They are in a bind and have come to you looking for help. That is true. That is a description of the situation that as it has occurred. Okay, so we can see at the bottom of the strength meter here, they feel that we are more powerful than they are. It's good news for us. I am inclined to give them the things they need to help them fight Yellow. I think this is a good move for us. I know they don't want to get into any kind of, like, formal alliance with us or anything, but whatever they can do to stomp on Yellow, I'm into it. Speaking of stomping on Yellow, we got this thing. So we have 4 turns left on our boosted tourism yield. I mean, we should just influence dump on Yellow's stuff, right? We'll fill up the aesthete meter within 4 turns. We'll be able to refresh this buff right when it ends. So, yeah, let's just influence bomb the hell out of... something. We have territory sort of around this, I think. Oh, cannot be done, as you are the main influencer. Most influential Franks. It says Yellow 100%. What does most mean, where you're from? Okay, this is very confusing. So, this territory is currently part of the Franks' sphere of influence. This empire has a 0% hold over the territory. Sorry, what? Okay. Well, okay. I guess I'm gonna disregard... Oh, what about this? Can I influence bomb this? Nope, I am also the main influencer here. Let's see, there's a 72% influence share for brown and 28% for yellow, which means blue is winning. It's possible that I don't understand the mechanic here. Am I allowed to do it over here? Okay, yes, I am allowed to do it in other places. So there are some places. I don't really want to do it here, though. I don't want to give yellow brown rather any reason to think that they should declare war on me. That's where I'm at right now. Busy, quite busy. Wait, what is this? This is my territory, isn't it? Am I allowed to influence bomb this? Because it looks like it's not. Yeah, there we go. The territory's owner, the Huns, has a 10% hold. Not anymore. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that, because we're going to fill up the bar in 2 turns anyway, because we're extremely good at influence. It's like my main deal. No, sorry, I was not trying to buy access to that copper. Although, you know, fair point, we can now purchase their strategic resources. That's the only one they have available, I guess. Okay, so, we are making elephant stuff happen. We have income coming in that we will use to help buy out elephant troops. We are ready to fight. I am ready to fight these fools. And we have reinforcement tech and everything. Yep, I guess we're good to end the turn. I'm really nervous that I'm like underestimating something. Hold on, if we check yellow, can we get a strength indicator? Their war support is much higher than ours, but that little box does not contain a feeling... Oh, interesting. I guess I interpreted this as being... Maybe I've been reading these backwards. I thought because this is their attitude, that I may have been reversing the meaning of us and them when I was looking at Purple's box. Whatever, it's fine. We're friends with Purple anyway. Everything's gonna be okay. They don't understand it as a friendly relationship, but I think we're friends, and that's what matters. Okay, Yellow is changing direction a little bit, having some second thoughts. I am allowed to make a deal about territories on borders right now. I'm not going to, but it's an option. It's an option that I've given myself. Let's go ahead and buy out the rest of this elephant, and then over here, we're about to work on that one. Oh, we just barely didn't have enough money to buy out both. Well, I am going to buy that out, though. And then I'm going to move 2 more people onto industry. Always more industry. Okay, so we saw that yellow army disappear down here. Do we want to try to chase them? Or do I just want to push through? I don't want to leave open, like, I don't want them to run down here, mess with purple a little bit, and then just sort of run through this gap in the mountains and start being a problem for me. But I think I am gonna maybe... Let's send this group of elephants forward. Now, it's important to remember that their elephant unit is a ranged unit. It's 1 combat strength lower than ours, but it is an archer. So we are gonna have to be smart about our approach. I think let's just press forward. We'll make them have to make the call. Y'all should merge up. Okay, unit purchased this turn does not get to move this turn. Sensible. I understand why that would be the case. You guys were just trying to check out land. Okay, there's unclaimed land down here. I don't know if we want to jump on that or not, because it may upset our neighbors, but... Okay, this is territory owned by Yellow up here, which, I mean, I'm allowed into now, since we're at war and everything. They can't tell me I'm not allowed to cross the border. Allowed is a strong word for it, I suppose. Let's move to here, and then next turn we'll just try sailing southwest. See if we can't find shallow water around this landmass. And I am kind of thinking I don't want to push troops any harder. Like, population, you know? We gotta keep our people in the cities so that they can, you know, do things of value for us. We don't have much stony field down here, right? We have some rocky field up here. This is cheap enough. We may as well go ahead and knock that out. And then at this point, trending towards 65, so we're totally cool on stability. Population here is 16 and rising. Rising pretty rapidly, in fact. So yeah, a school feels significant. We don't have a lot of population devoted to research right now, but since everything else is full, it's gonna start heading that way. So let's put that in the queue as well. The capital's gonna finish that last military unit, and what do we want to do down here? Well, we can keep building science-y stuff. We're pretty good at science-y stuff. If I were to just build a research quarter, I could get up to a plus 15 over here. How are we doing on stability? Well, we're fine. Fine-ish. Fine adjacent. Alright, now my biggest concern at the moment is that Yellow might send troops around here, and it looks like they're sort of probing. They're seeing if that looks viable. So maybe I do need more units. Maybe I need, like, 3 or so units to hold the line down here while we continue to push around. This big C-shaped contact surface that we have with them is actually very awkward. Do not like having to work within this at all. So maybe we should be building more military units. I don't really want to. I want to build science. I want to construct knowledge. What are my other units? So we have a 26, a 20 anti-cavalry. Again, without knowing exactly what the value on the combat strength against mounted enemies is, it's hard to know how out of date these guys are, but I'm sure it's not more than like 4 points, right? So definitely are not using those. We're 7 turns off of the next research, and I do want to finish this, but then after we get this, we might want to turn our eyes toward a military research of some kind. So maybe we should be building more troops down here. You know what? We'll use gold for it. That's how we'll get that stuff. So, if we wanted to turn this into a real city, 1,060 influence. Okay. We could attach it as well. Honestly, maybe that's better. What would the attach cost be? A mere 387. The benefit of attaching it is, I mean, first of all, obviously, we don't yet have our 5th point of city cap. And remember, that says 3 of 4, but it's actually 4 of 4. Because we have not yet, this is not finished turning into a city. And that'll leave us, when we do get 1 more point of city cap, it'll leave us room to build out onto a new continent. I think I am actually going to do that. Let's just connect this now. Karma is just huge. And that means we can... whatever. They're both gonna get done in this turn anyway, because Karma has so much industry, so... Yeah. So yeah, that's fine, then. We'll just do that, then. I have a notification still. I did not look at my population gain. Okay. Speaking of population gain, I guess we can have a quick look here. So obviously we're about to hit our first athlete star. We knew we were going to tear through those really quickly. Merchant stars seem pretty off the table, probably. 19 population away from the first agrarian star. At the rate we're moving, I don't think it's unreasonable to think we'll get that. Obviously, builder stars, we are about to have so many more places that we are building districts, right? I have completely given up on saving gold for the new city, so we're going to have to sort of like trickle in the new stuff there. But you know, a war started. We got to focus on that. And then 13 units killed for the first militarist star is probably only 4 battles won, right? So that could happen, depending on exactly how much army yellow has. And of course, we'll get some tech stars, because you always get some tech stars, because boy, you better be researching. You better be doing some science. Let me make sure this army's moving up quickly here. If they want to fight, I want to make sure we're fighting them in a very unbalanced sort of way. I have no interest in fair combat. Okay, did we run out of movement there? No, that took no movement at all. We were moving along a road. It is a shame, the way the game's combat systems work with like the area around the battle getting marked out. It's a shame that I can't run up behind Yellow's besieging army and just have at them. Because that is what I would very much like to do there. Do we want to just chill out and ransack? I'm sure ransacking their stuff would bomb out their war support. Oh, okay, that's cool. There's a negative war support modifier from us having influence over their territory. Their people don't want to be at war with us. That's a really cool idea. The impact of influence, I was about to say the influence of influence. The impact of influence on the shape of the game, I think it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to take a little while to really feel out how important it is to have influence and how to manage your influence versus your opponents. But I like a lot. I like a lot of the things that they're doing with that resource. Well, okay, you guys actually are out of movement, so I couldn't move you up to ransack. I think I want to stay aggressive, but I also want to stay together. If I wanted to do a ransack, how many turns are we talking about? 7. And it's only 100 gold. And it would deny them access to the thing for a little while, but like I don't think that's worth it at all. So I think maybe we just hang out. And then next turn we'll sort of gather this stuff up and we'll move forward. But I want to keep together. Also, we have an event. Bang, bang, bang! A rabble of traders ferrying strange wares are knocking on Napata's gates, demanding an audience. They tell you they hail from a far land, having traveled many leagues along one of your fabled trade routes. That's true, they are wonderful. They claim to offer merchandise that will be profitable, but they also look rather haggard and exhausted. What do you mean, but? These are 2 good reasons to let them in. Why is there a but? Yeah, obviously let them in. I'm curious what they got. This would bump geopolitical access back toward homeland, which we don't like, right? Don't we want to be this way? Food per alliance versus just food bonus. So actually, at the moment, we're not getting any benefit from this at all. I would love to make friends. The downside is that is probably going to require me to start acting friendly, which I literally, like, not only am I being somewhat ruthless, but also I literally don't know how to do that. Like, I'm not sure how you make the AI like you. So maybe that's not such a bad idea, just bump this back toward homeland. But like, they have stuff, and also they're tired, and maybe they're foul, but like, who among us, right? I could be foul right now. Yeah, maybe I want to just leave an elephant down here to play guard, and maybe even like build one or two more. I hate to devote population to this, but so you guys chill out for the turn. You're good where you are. I'm a little worried that if I make landfall over here, this guy's just gonna get immediately murdered. Okay. I don't know if the value on these things goes up over time. I know that what we have seen so far is that when we've picked these up, they've been yielding resources the same sort of values that they were at the very beginning of the game, which obviously is not great. Uh-oh, we didn't find it. Well, that'll be an interesting decision for us next turn. Let's go ahead and build. We definitely have another pearl exploitation we can put up. We can put up a new harbor out here, and, you know, we probably oughta. And then... I don't know. I don't know what comes next. Should we put up at least one more elephant for the southern city? I guess we'll just do it in the southern city, though. Alright, so this is happening, and I'm not allowed to interrupt it. Oh, howdy. Well, I mean, okay. If that's how you want to be about it. So this requires 360... Okay, buying out the House of Scribes would not get that at the beginning of next turn, so we'll just leave it as it is. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more military than I wanted to have. It's probably fine. And our aesthete thing is refilled. I think I'm going to leave it until... Well, it lasts for another 2 turns. It'll probably refill again, right? So let's see. Where can I... That action's prohibited. I'm not even allowed to do it there. Oh, can I do it here? Yeah, convert. Did it happen? It happened. I don't know. It didn't change colors. But whatever. We'll refill the bar and re-enable the tourism yields exactly as they run out. Part of the problem I'm having with grasping the the actual mechanics of the system is that it's complicated, and part of it is that I feel like the feedback is not entirely there yet. We're still like months away from release yet, so that's not like a huge shock. Okay, people are converting to Nubian shamanism. There is an army that sure would love to get places. Okay, they are buying access to the strategics. Purple seems to have run Yellow's army off, which is good news. And I mean, I think I'm just going to make for San Lorenzo. Let's just head down there and see what happens. It is not easy to take a city, necessarily, and I'm not sure that we'll be able to do it, but I do think that we at least have to make Yellow know that we could do it, or that it is on the table. I have no idea where the Yellow army that was around Tikal has gone. It's possible that they were just killed instead of run off. Okay. We are showing up in force, with an army that is not yet out of date. Wait, why could I not get out of the water there? Not entirely clear to me. Okay, you just live here. That's your whole deal. Whoa, camera. Yeah, my units seem to be having a real problem getting out of the water. How long would it take you to ransack this? Interesting. So on the ransack button, it says that the duration of the ransack depends on the combat strength of the ransacking army, but we're seeing an indication on the tooltip here that a single warrior ransacks in the same amount of time as 4 elephants. I'm wondering if we had actually hit ransack with the elephants, if we would have seen a different value in practice, if maybe the tool... right now, the preview tooltip always shows you the low value, maybe? So is this tile... That tile is coastal water. We can't quite get there. It's pretty likely that there will be shallow water out here. It's a little risky. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, we found some. We're cool. We're good. Everything's fine. There's a coral reef. Oh, right, I really like the resource display on. Apologies if it is a little bit of information overload. I know some people have said that that is an issue in the past. But, like, I want to see all the numbers. I need those numbers. Humankind has 16 people in it right now. I will produce an additional elephant from Humankind to send south. And this one will go east and harass this horseman, who should be pretty easy to run off. We are just as fast and much, much stronger. I really do wish I had a better sense of Yellow's relationship to Purple, like how their war thing is going. You should probably, if you're able to be friendly with somebody, you should probably at least be able to ask them, like, hey, what's your bars at, my friend? Oh, hey, those are just, like, units, just running on through. Well, we should probably see what the deal is with that. Oh, those are purple units, never mind. That's fine. So, right now we are felt to be stronger than the garrison of the city by a reasonable amount. That said, with my vast strategic intellect, I brought no ranged units, so that's going to be an issue. This is just a market quarter. It's a disconnected market. There must be there's a district there, and we can't see it right now due to my vision. I see. Well, how about fighting? What if fighting? How would you feel about that? Interesting. It is showing my side weaker overall now in a way that it definitely wasn't before. There was information. There's information that I did not have before. They have way more elephants over there. Okay. Withdrawing seems to be the order of the day. They have a large number of armies. I think my my hope that we would be able to win this war without having to build a ton of troops is maybe coming to an end. You, though, you must leave. Okay, so we can damage their war support by continually chasing off that guy, at least, which is a thing that we will definitely benefit from doing. And I guess we're just gonna have to produce additional troops. I don't like it, but having a standing army has some value too. Alright, y'all produce. Yep, that'll be good. Kerma, I'm gonna finish that port. Oh hey, it's the Huns. Well, I guess we're probably not taking this over. It doesn't seem like it's worth proximity. The headaches that come with additional proximity. And in Huarikanga, I don't really want to burn more population. Let's grab some more food output stuff first. Well, there's not a lot of food output stuff left to get. We already kind of have it all. Yeah, well, let's do that, and then, I would love to make ranged units, but 18 strength ranged units are not going to contribute very much. We need new archers. We need better archers. For right now, my plan is, elephants. Elephants all the time. Forever. I'm gonna ransack this very, very slowly.
What do you want?
So I'm a little concerned. They have a lot of troops. They have, like, a lot of troops. How are we going to get them to go away? It's possible that we can get them to just, like, we can make it awkward for them to attack. Just hold them off until the war support dwindles. Because they probably don't have great logistics moving forward, right? We can probably pick off individual armies as they move up. But yeah, running into their stronghold seems bad. It seems like a bad one. So I'm going to try to command this move as quickly as possible at the beginning of the turn. Oh, my movement was curtailed. Okay, so we still have the retreating status for a moment here. Okay. Purple's going in with some ranged anti-combat units and stuff. Okay.
What do you say to this appealing proposal?
Oh, green wants a non-aggression pact. Into it.
This will be a blessing for all parties. I accept.
There are almost no words for how into that I am. You know what else I'm into? Dyes. Am I $135 into dyes, though? Maybe not while I'm at war. I mean, production's good. Yeah, production's good. Okay, give me the dyes. Give me those dyes. I'm a little surprised the dyes give an industry bonus. It's not what I was expecting, but I do like an industry bonus.
Listen very carefully.
Oh, also into it.
This will be a blessing for all parties.
Here's the thing. We're so much better at economics
The first rays of daylight.
that if we can maintain a basically peaceful, stable situation, we will win easily, right? The AI does not have what it takes to beat me on the economic game. Also, we did, in fact, acquire a reputation. Nodes along your trade routes provide vision within a radius that, okay, is pretty poor, but yeah, that's cool. It's cool to have the vision. Okay, so non-aggression pact with green. I like it very much. Y'all just stay close together, be ready to play defense on each other. You come down here and join this army, and maybe we consider pressing across the border here. You know what? I am going to start moving across the border. We're gonna run some scouting sorties, maybe do some damage. Mostly just get information. Alright, we'll keep running these guys off because they cannot stand and fight us anywhere. Oh, but maybe they're going to try. I will end my deployment. I am on the high ground. So I should have a pretty significant advantage here, right? +1 combat strength from Lighthouse of Alexandria. Okay, the trample ability is giving us 4 combat strength. So any unit that the War Elephant has a strength bonus against, it gets an extra 4 strength on. And then also I'm charging because heavy cavalry. So yeah, it feels like a charge down off the high ground. Makes a lot of sense here. This is grim news for them. They chose not to attack. I choose to back up for a round so that I can get that good charge again. Oh, they don't want that happening. They see what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, that just means I get high ground. But like, that was smart on the AI's part. Like, it actually did move to deny the charge. I am a little surprised at the cleverness there. Alright, to the front with you. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's wait here, and I'll just row southeast as hard as I can next turn, and we'll see. And do we want to construct more elephants here? It does kind of seem like we're going to be able to sort of pin yellow to the north with purple's help, so we may not need more help down here. We don't have a river really. Well, we have some river tiles. What am I talking about? Get that, and then I know I was talking about maybe making some food moves around the river. We'll see. Let's build this first, and we'll see. And then somebody just has orders. Uh-oh. Who is that? Who among us? Oh, you. Yeah. Okay, no, the value of them does upgrade over time. That's definitely more money than those we're giving initially. Okay, well, come check this out. This could be something fun. It's definitely got a weird-looking mountainous structure here. I wonder if that's maybe a wonder of some kind that is mountain-related. Well, I mean, listen, I'd love for you to just jump in the water, but we all know you won't do it. So, okay, we've damaged Yellow's desire for war quite badly at this point. They had a lot, but we're pressing it pretty hard. My bonus for being overculturing them has come to an end, though. I wonder if that's them actually getting out from under my culture, or... Okay, yellow engaged purple in a battle that looked pretty beneficial for yellow. Pretty substantially in their favor. And there's another one happening up there. Alright, let's... Oh, we can't quite get to besieging that. Let's start doing some economic stuff that they have to respond to and see, first of all, if this will actually take 7 turns. Yep, it will. Okay, I guess one of two things is happening here. Either the system that makes the duration of the ransack depend on the combat strength of the ransacking army is not all the way implemented yet, or it could be the case that just sea resource deposits are way easier to ransack than land resource deposits, which would make sense given that generally you will have a lot fewer ships and stuff. It's not unimaginable. Alright, so you just go ahead and lumber over there. I will say, I am very much enjoying the way that so far this has not led to the death of even a single elephant. You know what? Let's merge up and we're just gonna go... That's just an outpost. It's not even a city. We're just gonna go make life difficult for them. Elephants on parade. Alright, speaking of making life difficult. Look at all this strategic stuff they got over here. Oh hey, we discovered the Dunakil Desert. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Intense heat, sulfur springs, and smoking mountains greet the traveler who crosses this unforgiving landscape. Neat. So I wanna be cautious as we approach, because obviously I don't want to walk into any units that they have just sitting around here. But yeah, I will absolutely just ransack their stuff for days. Do they lose? They don't lose any war support from me. Yeah, they don't lose any war support for me being currently ransacking their stuff. I wonder if they will lose war support after my ransack's actually complete, though. Also, looks like we're getting close to another tenet. We are 3 followers off, and given the rate of births in our empire, you have to imagine that that's a thing that's going to get resolved pretty quickly. Oh, well, there is shallow water over here. The Huns have this already. The Mongols have this already. They've spread out a little bit more than I was expecting. So in 2 turns, we'll be finally done with our tech. What are we looking at? We're looking at war summons, probably? Like, get crossbows? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Siege tactics giving us +1 unit slot for each army is also interesting. It's probably war summons, though, because crossbows. So, I don't know that it really helps to generate a bunch of troops now. I'll probably wait on that. Or a bunch of ranged troops. I may still build elephants. We should have more elephants. Right now, we have 2 full armies worth of elephants. You know, maybe we'll just leave it for now. Let's build some other stuff here. Let's build a school in the city that has 27 population. That seems like a good idea. And then, is it time yet to start buying things out here? 2 turns. Okay, I can wait on that. So we'll just bank some money for the moment. Food on river. Yeah, we're just banking money. Sort of want to just keep building science areas, because like the more you have of them, the better they get. I do like the way that the game promotes specialization within cities in that way, with all of the districts feeding into each other, or feeding into themselves. Like that. I have no idea. Oh, right, the guys who were supposed to get in the water. Yep, they have now successfully gotten in the water. Well done, y'all. So, how are we doing on the next wonder? 2050. Okay. Sort of blazing toward that. Okay, big forces from yellow moving in on purple stuff. I am, as I said, just going to cause some economic damage here because I cannot rush to purple's rescue on account of the game rules. Just burn stuff for fun, hooray! Oh, disaster. Napata is beset with a violent pox, probably brought into the city by the caravan of traders recently granted entry. The gods must be angry. Yeah, imagine how the people feel. And especially how they would have felt if we hadn't let them in. Listen, we take care of people who are ill in this empire. Feels like, you know, basic human decency. How could we not? It is prohibited. Here we go. We can convert this, though. And upon doing so...
You're unwelcome. Speak.
Yes, we have reinstated the penalty. Okay, so the issue was that they had, in fact, just overcultured our overculturing of them. A new event. The great city of Kerma is bursting at the seams. Countless souls pressed within the city's tight borders. Have you seen the city's borders? In the dense, squalid quarters, cases of madness are on the rise. Religious leaders contend that demonic forces are behind the afflictions. Yep, seems legit. While the philosophers argue for natural causes. Both are strong voices in the Empire with competing solutions, although I think the philosopher's case is sort of based on the idea, an assumption perhaps, that demons are not natural. I don't see any reason to assume that. So we can study it and get a small amount of science for 10 turns. Well, it's a status that gives 15 science, but it's 45 total science for 10 turns, which is not bad. A faith boost, not really into that, and I also don't really want that bar to move in that direction. Or, judge. They are sinners and only reap what they sow. Decide that the disease is a divine punishment, and for some reason make money by seizing their wealth? I don't know how those two things are connected. No, study it. We need technology. Alright, let's get out of the water. It's going to do this. Okay, the beach is all the way over there. It's actually very difficult to get out of the water. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Over here. Oh, what is this? That is just a random swordsman. I'm gonna run over there in the hopes that there are no other yellow units nearby. Okay, cool. Looks like we should be able to generate an easy retreat here. Cool. Again, just working my hardest to burn off their war support. Who done grieved me? The Mongols claimed one of the islands at the border. I don't care. I'm not gonna renounce it. I'm just gonna not care. But yeah, they took this, and now I gotta skedaddle. Alright, let's hope that this is undefended. It's hard to imagine they would have much over here, and it's not easy for them to get units into this area, so I have high hopes. And then here, oh yeah, like for sure, we have a crazy amount of river tiles. Lots of farmers. +3 money on harbor. This city does have 3 harbors, I believe. Do we have copper in this city? No. We do have some maker's quarters. But we might be better off. Stability is trending towards 70. We really don't have to worry about that. +1 money on market quarter per adjacent farmer's quarter. That's interesting. I don't think we actually built any market quarters, though. This really feels like such a small benefit. A 5% reduction in costs. You know, it's hard to imagine that that's right. I guess we don't desperately need walls, but, like, you definitely want to build those before you do need them, right? By the time you need them, it's probably a little bit late. So yeah, purple's in a lot of danger. It looks like they're getting pressed by some vastly superior forces, and unfortunately, I am not allowed to assist them. I can't offer my units up to another player to enter their defense zone. So, good luck, purple, I guess is what I have to say about that. I'm just going to sit here and burn down yellow's gemstone fields. Alright, we got ourselves some feudalism. Not my favorite, but I guess a step in the right direction. Hard to know what kind of backup they might have. I think we're just going to sit here. So, we have a new city. let's buy some toys for our new city. Let's buy them some fun stuff. So, first of all, what do we need here? We do have a harbor in place already, so we're getting some yields from that. We just need flat boosts, right? There's no river available here. 3 food on the harbor. It's pretty poor. Although when you're only producing 35 total food, I guess there's something to be said for it. It may be the case that there's just not... We're just going to have to get population up here. Yeah, I think that is in fact the case. So... we can expand out, but there's not really a good place to put a farmer's district. If we put one over here, then we can build one up there, and that gets a little bit more food than the first one, but it's not great. We can do some of this and build out into... yeah, the resources as a whole on this island, not awesome. We mostly took this place, you know, so as to have more ground, and also potentially a strategic that will be very cool and valuable. I guess +2 food per farmer. Like, we're going to gain population pretty quickly, and if we have them stay on farmer mode for a little while, that'll pay off pretty quickly. And then other stuff that scales in that same way. I mean, a pottery workshop's pretty cheap. We do need influence to make sure that this place doesn't fall under the grasp of anybody else. That's going to be valuable. There's definitely some woods and stuff. This is all stone field. So yeah. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of benefit off of this right away, and then we can build for more. 2 entire industry. What else? I mean, I guess we're out of purchases. This doesn't feel super relevant. So if we build an industry, a workshop out here now, with the forest and the stone field stuff, yeah, it's a little bit more compelling. And actually, that first district is remarkably cheap. And then the second Maker's Quarter should be even better. Yeah. Alright, we'll work on that. Keep people devoted to food, but make sure we get some industry out of it in that way. Alright, you need to get back over here. I want to be a little bit careful, because we don't know for sure that there are no yellow troops around here. I'm not sure exactly what will happen. Do we ransack an outpost, or can we take it? So we're about to find out. I don't know where those guys retreated to. We can look for them a little bit. Okay, it looks like they maybe did not go this way. Yeah, let's just fall back and do the ransack. Oh, the Mongols will not like that, because they are currently pulling from this. We just generated a non-aggression pact with them, though, and this is a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. The grievance will only happen if we complete the ransack, I think, so there's a good chance we'll get run off, and it won't even be an issue. Okay, research. We know what we want. Oh, there is heavy cavalry on chivalry. That's true. We don't have any iron though. Could we buy iron? Can we purchase access to someone's iron?
We are bound by mutual interests. We should enjoy.
So you don't even have any. I think purple's the only player that we have a strategic trade thing with, but I still want to check on everybody and see if we could get there maybe.
Greetings.
So you don't have any iron. Yeah, you're just on copper. A lot of them probably haven't gotten even the tech for iron yet. And we unfortunately have gotten the tech for iron, and there just wasn't any in our territory. Alright, yeah, get more summons then. we're going to need ranged units. Okay, and we're going to need to do some other stuff here. So we have a couple of harbors in this city. Not enough to make this good, I think. There's definitely better stuff we could be doing. Is there... Okay, there are horses. There's no copper in this city. This city does have a considerable number of makers' quarters that are adjacent to each other, though. Yeah, it's probably still worth it. Plus industry on river, definitely. That'll give them a couple of things to do. And then in Napata... Yeah. Okay. So, if they move this army forward, I mean, we could end up in a little bit of a position here. It could become tricky. Already moving in on stars 2 and 3, and how far off are we on this? 1300 influence? It's not very many turns at all. Okay, a new wonder can be claimed. Uh-oh, they went up to 5 units per army. It's definitely a concern. Alright, we're losing the ability to trade with the Maya. We're converting people to Nubian shamanism, which I am a fan of. So, I mean, it's still going to be 5 versus 8, right? I'm not immediately concerned. We also pulled another tenet. Let's go ahead and resolve that. Interesting. Interesting that the Phoenicians managed to get a tier 3 tenet already. They had not gotten a tier 2 when we got to that. Fortunately, they took one that we were absolutely for sure not going to take. So, plus 5% science per co-religionist state on the Empire, plus 1 science per state religion follower on holy sites. Ooh, on each holy site? That's a lot of science. We can get an influence income like that as well, or a money income like that. I feel like that's a very silly amount of science. Especially given that we have as many holy sites as we have. So, hold on. Am I understanding that correctly? Yep, it's just... Thank you. It's just the case that each of our holy sites has 65 science on it now. I cannot believe that that's a tenet. Okay. Wow, that was a good one. that was so good for us. So we have the ability to build another holy site. We should take it. Probably that's a pretty uncontroversial, given what just happened. I don't know where it should go. I'm going to put it over here. Finish the walls. I will finish the walls for you. There we go. Okay, 3 turns. Probably actually able to drag that down to 2 turns pretty easily. And then I will buy this out. And I mean, we could just do another one. We can start heading down here. I guess that's a plus 9. Yeah, sure. How much industry is too much? I don't know. I don't understand the question. Okay, Hattusa has fallen. It is now yellow. I would like to finish these sieges, or these ransacks, but I just don't. Just don't see it happening. So we managed to overwhelm another one of their territories with influence. Makes sense. We're putting out a lot of it. Also... It is not clear to me why this action is prohibited. Oh, it's because this region is not actually adjacent to a region where we have taken over. Unless you ask these tooltips, in which case the answer is I am the main influencer everywhere, actually, and as such, everything is adjacent to places where I am the main influencer. Okay, purple's doing stuff over here, hopefully getting some good work done. Should we... at this moment, break off and take Hattusa? Could we, do you think? Because they did have an army up here. We know they did. But we also know, we could see its military strength. It was not a very large army. Why is this showing as infinite now? I don't know. Weird. Okay, well, Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to do these ransacks. They're not actually very valuable. Let's take the one that's further away from completing and just move up here. So, right now they have no visible defenses. I'm going to pull these elephants off of this ransack. Let's get them into a position where they're part of the battle. Okay, so they do have something within the range. Wait. I made that purple by attacking it? The Ghanaians feel differently
You
about
might
you.
have beaten us, but that doesn't mean you've won.
Okay. I'm a little unclear on what happened. I really thought I was going to get to take that over. I mean, I guess I'm not sad about this. I'd much rather purple have it than yellow, that's for sure. But weird. Weird stuff. They are feeling a little bit sullen, and I get it. I get where they're coming from on that. So let's go say howdy to this outpost. And by howdy, I mean burn down. I am not allowed to just take it over. It is not a city. How's this going, by the way? Okay, we've almost finished a ransack. We will get to see what happens. Purple is guarding us over here. I'm sure they're very much enjoying the fact that I am being a real pain in the ass. It's nice for it to be, you know, a fun time for somebody. Mostly people hate interacting with me. Okay, so now you're trespassing, which means you don't get to move. Did I not end the turn? Oh, no, I had an army. Sorry, I had an army left with orders. Here, get over here. We can explore the rest of the island, at the very least. Okay, now we can end the turn, and now I can press this button and have it actually do a thing. Yellow is clearly winning this battle. You successfully plundered. Hooray! Alright. I do think that this skull is very menacing for what is ultimately an extremely minor notification. What's up, Green?
What do you say to this appealing proposal?
So they'll get access to my copper and horses, and they have nothing to give us in return.
Give me a moment to think, friend.
I'm fine with
Pleased
it.
to accept your proposal, friend.
They get a lot more out of it than I do, but, you know, we'll get money out of it, at the very least. Oh, I didn't claim a wonder. We definitely ought to. Okay, so yeah, you got to get out of here. You are trespassing. I guess let's just go back to what I was doing. Okay, there are enemies. I don't really want to engage in this battle, though, right through this narrow channel here. That's going to advantage them with their ranged weapons tremendously. Let's just burn stuff. If they want to fight me about it, they can come out here in the open. I suspect they don't care. But now that we have actually finished a ransack... Okay, yes, a successful ransack is a 5-point war support penalty. So yeah, we're driving their war support out very quickly, actually. We may not be able to conquer them in a war, but we can sure make it costly. Oh, we're so close. Are we... Oh no, these cities are not both at maximum production. There we go. Okay. Interesting. You lot should explore this island first. Let's start here. We discovered the Great Blue Hole. It's one of the better holes in nature. Obviously, we did not discover it first because we did not get here very quickly, but you know what? This looks like it might be valuable. So now that you burned down a thing, I guess get on land? Nope, you're not going to be able to get in there. That is a trade port. You can ransack a trade port, right? No. The trade port's not doing anything, so no. Nothing to ransack. Okay. And then Napata does not need to kick in on the stone circle. Let's just build... Oh, it's trending toward 20 stability. We should probably do something about that. Okay, let's have a look at the wonders that we might claim. Notre Dame, still available. Lot of stability, lot of it's a holy site, and as such, science. What about the older stuff? The pyramid is still available, as is the mausoleum. The mausoleum is like, what? Why did I not build this before? I mean, there were a lot of good options, but yeah, that one. Gimme. I love science, and also districts. So it's like, it really combines my two favorite things. It does not matter where this goes. Well, it exploits, right? All of the wonders do exploit their tiles. So I guess, is there a place that we have a cool tile that we're not currently exploiting? Up here. That said, a single district out from there would make that happen. Is there any place that's like a little further? Honestly, no, not really. It's a shame this one doesn't function as a holy site. I do like additional holy sites. What about down here? Because we can contribute industry from anywhere. Nope, it looks like the answer is basically no. Although, when it exploits, it is exploiting for the city that it's actually built in, right? So building it down here... Yeah, building it down here is just adding exploitation for this city. I guess it depends on... Is that plus 1% science per district? I don't know if that's like an empire-wide effect. I kind of assumed that it was, but now I'm wondering. Well, whatever. Finish this first. You should also throw that in your queue. That's what you guys are doing for a while. And burning it up on these stars. How's everybody else doing on stars and fame and stuff? Okay. Orange is making star progress, but, like, fame. The AI has not yet figured out how fame works. I think we may get into some trouble here. So we're 2 turns off of finishing our... Nope, I do not want to make a deal of this. We're 2 turns off of finishing our new tech, and then we'll be able to get some real ranged units, and... Oh, Napata's feeling a little angry. The unknown feel differently about you. Strange. Foreign war declared. We should probably try to figure out what's going on with that. Is Yellow at war with the third person? They are. Oh, Yellow. You done goofed. In my opinion, you have made an error. Or maybe several. So I don't know exactly what happened over here. There was a brief battle indicator, and it had purple way in the lead. So, yeah, not sure. I'm just going to keep doing that because it continues to sap their war desire. See anything fun out here? Not really. Let's explore up the river a little bit. Howdy. So this coloration, this is an area that's owned by a neutral, right? Yeah, so we won't get in trouble with anybody. We should outpost. For sure. How does Black feel about me? Are we basically cool?
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, okay. Let's go ask their mom if they can have a non-aggression pact.
Things change, even leaders and empires.
Wow, that was a hell of a threat there from Victor over like a very minor issue. I'm starting to think this dude may not be great at diplomacy. It's like, ah, fine, but someday you'll be dead. Yeah, I want to put something down. I'm just a little bit worried about Black immediately attacking us and like ransacking it, because there's nothing we can do to stop them, really. And there's not... You know, we get a grievance, but what do they care? How much would it be? It's going to be 150. It does feel like 1014 is pretty solid. And we can expand toward the... I mean, that's a horse tile. What am I talking about? We can just build an extractor on it. I like it. Go do it. This will be our new city. Well, I do believe I'm going to have to get out of the water if I want to create any more mischief. Also, I'm ending the turn in an ocean tile. It's fine. Alright, if Parisius helps with this, it does take a turn off of it. Sure, fine. What about you? No, you do not have the industry necessary to help with that. Yep. Cannot happen due to the mutinousness, but it's trending upward, so next turn will be fine. That said, maybe we still build a garrison. Oh yeah, if I put a garrison down over here, it does give us extra industry off of our friendly thing. But like, I sort of don't... I want to build other districts adjacent to that. I sort of want to build like industry and science districts off of that. So for right now, let's just do this. We'll just build another one of those. And I have no idea what I'm saving up money for. I should do something. Am I allowed to just give gifts? Can I just be like, here, have a thing? That's not really how this game works, right? They do not want you turning money into, just straight up into friendship. Here's how you give money to people. You buy their wonderful goods. You got some pearls. Pearls are not useful to me. Who else has goods?
Greetings. To what do I owe this pleasure?
You have a gold, which doesn't feel particularly... Oh. You have iron. I would like iron. Thank you. Now that said, 1 iron does not solve our problems. But it gives us a little something. We can maybe work toward getting iron from someone else too. Food on farmers' quarters. Okay. So I mean, also we're just buying stability here, right? Okay, so I can get access to their tea. Ooh, that's very expensive tea. Yeah, but I don't have all of their stuff. Okay. Well, we went through that pile of money pretty quickly. So for the moment, I am content to just keep doing this. Oh, look at that tiny, weak little army. We'd have to walk around this cliff, so I don't think we can get to them this turn anyway. And also, I don't think purple will allow me in their territory. Can we do an alliance, please? Rock. Okay. I can ask for reparations. The Ghanaians are at war with the Maya. I can't demand they surrender. I will demand they surrender, though, as soon as I can. Because I sure don't want yellow taking any of purple's stuff. So that's given us vision of everything purple's ever seen, which is not that much. But it also means that our troops can be friendlier and I can walk through their territory and stuff. That's a hugely beneficial alliance to them, way more than it was to me. But I am totally cool with it. Yeah, we're friends. We're good friends. Okay, so now we have access to a higher levels of treaties, too. So we can get free trade. Buyer benefits. Yeah, you get all of the other players' resources for free, and they still receive the money as though you had paid for it. Extremely awesome. Scientific agreement. Technologies researched by one empire provide progress to the other empire. Empire's ideological proximity improves gradually and includes the open cities agreement. Okay, yeah, so we can just walk through their stuff now. And here's a valuable thing. Units can be upgraded, and I believe they will heal within each other's territories as well. Oh no, that's already included in this. Okay, yeah, so there's some definite benefits to us to having made this agreement. For right now, I guess we're just continuing to harass. We got them on 30, losing 5 every turn. And we're still continuing to evolve everywhere else. We're not, like, devoting all of our resources to the war or anything. Alright, we can build, like, good ranged units. Wow, that's a lot of troops there, friend. I have concern. Okay, so we're now over 1,000 science per turn. I feel like we're doing okay with that. The Hamlet is a very good district. It seems like, I believe, the Hamlet used to be all kinds of resource exploitation. It looks like they maybe have nerfed it, if I'm remembering what it was correctly. And I think that's very reasonable. It used to be way too good. So... Okay, this still takes damage from consecutive turns spent in deep water, but this will let us explore better. In theory, there could be landmasses out there that nobody has found yet, right? Because of the way the deep water works. So I am inclined to tack this way. Obviously, we can't make great swordsmen, but the logistics boost here... I guess if we were going to take a logistics boost, we would take the 2-turn logistics boost. I kind of want to grab the cog. Let's grab this. Build ourselves a couple more soldiers. I think we're going to have to bail on these. I don't want to lose a battle when war support is trending our way so hard. How's this going? Still 3 turns left on that. Kind of amazing. I would love to do something about these warriors, but I guess we'll have to leave that to purple. Still 4 turns left on that. Ransacking takes an extremely long time. I'm pretty sure that the boost to ransacking speed from having high army strength it must just not be fully implemented yet. This feels like it's probably not the intent. Okay, so you are going to I guess I don't know what you're going to do. We know there's land over here. Yeah, maybe you come down here, actually. Maybe that's the plan. Wait, why would that be the way you do that? Yes, the AI doesn't... it doesn't want to take a move through uncleared territory unless you tell it very explicitly to do so. So we can just make landfall up here and harass them, but I'd rather make landfall on this thing. Okay, that's a coastal water tile. And then we can get out of the water here. Wow, it's the only coastal water tile for some distance. We can get out of the water here next turn. Alright, and that other army is going to try to get that outpost established. Uh-oh, violence. The Umayyads want Masati. Right, but locate Masati? Okay, there we go. Nah? They're not going to declare war over this, probably. Probably.
Despite your good intentions, to accept so little would tarnish my glorious name.
Okay. Yeah, we may want to get some more troops down here. That might turn out to be important. So we're going to get another star on this next turn. We're going to get another wonder very soon. Let's move these units out. We don't need to fight this battle. Yeah, and they're clearly converging on us in a very serious way. Now that I've done this, they may have those units move south instead. Boy, I can really run. Like, these ransacks would have been fine in terms of reducing war support, but they're certainly not necessary. Okay, got ourselves a civic point. We've got an army we gotta move. I am close to a war victory, it's true. Ah, we've met the Phoenicians properly now.
Here is a proposal to get your heart
This choice
Super
sticks in
into
my
it. There's
throat.
no words for how
I am forced to
into it
accept.
I am. How about this?
The
Cool.
world is full
I
of new
love
opportunities,
how friendly
is it
these
not?
guys are.
Hear my proposal.
Okay, so you've met some people, you're not fighting
Not a
anybody.
thing to be taken lightly.
Do you have any... Oh,
You will
wow.
profit from this proposal. We accept.
Also, there's just a lot of dialogue passing...
Forward to glory.
A lot of dialogue passing between us. +1 science per silver on research quarter. That's pretty good. And they have 4 of them? Do we have access to their stuff? No. Ah, merchant affinity. They're reselling silver that they found elsewhere. So we can't do this because we can't afford it. With 911 money, we can't afford it. They must be very far from us indeed. Okay, this one we can't, there's no path back, and we can't afford it. Yeah. So, interesting. They kind of broke their armies up. If we attack like this from this angle, it's only the reinforcement zone is only out to here, and we can see that they don't have anything. Let me move these guys. Okay. Yes, we can try the 8v4 without them being able to reinforce. We can see all of these tiles. We know they don't have more reinforcements nearby. The strength on this battle went up, so I think they must have moved some of the other elephants into that. So I bet we can just make them run here. How close are we to breaking them?
Speak quick.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Let's continue doing this thing. Just making their lives difficult. They're reconverting because they have good, strong influence, but we're still leeching war support every time we do that. And there's absolutely no reason not to. Okay, let's do the thing. Let's step on them. I'm sure they'll run. Huh. It is saying that they do have a reinforcement within position. No, that's my troops. They're not running. They want to just do it. Well, winning the battle is more war score. I will position my elephants in the tiles I'm allowed to position them in. Because there's a hell of a lot of them. We don't really have that many choices. Okay, so yeah, they get to take the high ground, which is not ideal. I get to get up here. We can push around them and get charge and trample off. We're going to have to do some amount of fighting uphill. Oh no, that's not uphill. That's, again, like the combination of like depth of field and... It's hard for me to tell what elevation changes over distances here. Over north-south distances. Okay, you are definitely on the low ground. But now that we've cleared this up, we can do this thing. And then attack. There we go. The fact that they have ranged units is going to end up being relevant, but not immediately. And then the stupid river. Stupid me building all my stuff around rivers. Well, they do get a high ground bonus here, and we're attacking from low ground river territory. But we've done so much setup that it is fine. So where's the edges of the battle? Okay, so if we want to try a flanking maneuver, we have to go all the way out to here. But we're fast. Could actually happen. The way the game's trying to path, like when I mouse over this, it taking a 5-round path around this side makes me think that maybe I can't make this move. Is there? Oh, there is a cliff. Damn it. Damn me building in all of this bad terrain. And we'll leave one unit just like nearby to push up for reinforcement. Alright, now they get to do stuff. Right, I wasn't even thinking about the position of the reinforcement flag. The good news is, this guy is like extremely doomed. This is terrible news. Get him. There we go. And then now that you've provided your flank, you should get off of the low ground before attacking. Oh, right. I did one of those moves that eats all of your movement. Because I moved from a space adjacent to one of my enemies to a space adjacent to one of my enemies. Alright, so you have you execute this charge that somebody who's a little bit closer can get in here for another charge on this guy. Yeah, heavy cavalry units are terrifying if you are not able to keep them from getting charge distance on you. Okay. Well, let's take these guys and run away. I think I'm actually going to back out here because we can let somebody who has more health and also charge distance do this attack. Alright, that's embarrassing news for them. We lose nothing, they lose 4 units, 8 support. The treaty is going to be unkind. I'm going to tell you right now. You were coming over here. there was 80 science in that wreck. That's actually quite significant. That's a real number. Okay, we should go meet the neutrals. Howdy, y'all. How would you like a bunch of resources? So that's the Phoenicians. I assume that were I to get anywhere close to being able to assimilate these guys, the Phoenicians would just snap them up. And actually, it looks like maybe they're locked up because we're not generating anything by default. We could pour a little bit of money on them. Okay. I'm going to pour kind of a lot of money on them. Yeah, let's see about that. We'll leave that at +6 per turn. We'll see if the Phoenicians do anything in response. Alright, you guys get up here and potentially go raise hell. Right, you are not actually out of movement. Well, these guys are passive. They're peaceful. I can walk around their territory and see what's what. Huh. I was really expecting from that high ground tile to be able to see over this. The wages of war. The ongoing war is a draining experience for the Empire. It's not, it's not, really. Your many armies fighting across the land, costing you capital, resources, and of course blood. But mostly other people's blood. It's not our blood. The question of funding these endeavors should be addressed. Oh, I do have a civics point. Is this a thing that's worth worrying about? So, combat strength bonus while ransacking, but ransacking is less good, or the opposite. Neither one of those seems like a thing that's worth spending a point on. What else do we have that we were thinking about? That's what I was just looking at. None of that stuff's very exciting. Create outpost cost down and a big move into plus industry. That's compelling. I don't necessarily think any of these are great, but this is such a big jump into bonus industry. I think we're going to take that one. I like bonus industry. I do not like it when my cities have stability. Who needs it, I always say. So that's going to finish in a turn, and that's probably where we're going to call the episode, is when we get that wonder up. You know what? Aqueduct. Let's solve some of these stability problems. Still 2 turns off on that. Man, ransacking takes forever. Okay. We can press this guy with one of the elephants from up here at this point, I guess? I don't really know what I want to do. So, I do think we should have this army selected for the end of the turn. I'm going to pull them back quickly. Alright. So, science, and stars, and wonders, and... yeah. And yellow. What's up, yellow? We had a little red notification. They are surrendering. They will pay us $2,600 to accept their surrender. And then once we accept it, I will be able to demand that they stop attacking my ally, right?
You are a rare gem.
Enough. We yield.
Okay, the Maya immediately forgave us for being at peace with them, and then I'm going to see if I can't help you out with your situation here.
Stop this foolishness, or face the consequences.
You will surrender to the Maya, or I will march on you once again. Your call there, friend. Given that I didn't, we only beat them in the most technical of ways, probably they don't care. But we'll see what happens. And then I guess we could stop ransacking their stuff. But, there is money on the line. I think we'll just finish these. So they surrender around 10. So now I don't exactly know... what do I do about this trespassing? We'll take damage each turn. Okay. But all the tiles that are around here are in enemy territory, so I can't actually issue a move order. There we go. I can issue a move order that ends in friendly territory. They're just going to have to figure that out. I appreciate Purple for giving my my quote-unquote trespass immediately. That was nice of them. Or the grievance that they had against us. Let's just step over here. Let's be ready in case it comes to us having to do something here about yellow, in case yellow refuses my demands. Because I will go back to war. I have no problem with that. Where is the next wonder? 3450? Okay. And we are 2 stars off of moving up as we hit the end of the episode here. So we have made it about halfway to this first merchant star over the course of the era, but part of that is a 2,600 gold payment, a 2,600 gold lump sum payment. So I don't anticipate us getting there. This we will get to in pretty short order. We need 2,341 influence. Yeah, it's not that many turns at all. And then we are going to have to get 1 more star from somewhere else. Influence cannot solve all of my problems, so I mean, there is the builder star. With the number of cities we have, it's not unreasonable that we could push 12 more districts. This is going to happen eventually, sort of in spite of us, whether we want it or not. 13 territories attached to any city. We are currently expanding, but it's certainly not going to give us enough for this. Although, we might be able to get this by bullying Yellow now. Right, like pushing our influence on them super hard and then demanding they give us stuff. We'll see if their war feelings hold up. Yeah, there are a lot of directions we could take here. A lot of paths are open to us. I think, though, this is where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we are probably going to clear this era, and maybe we are going to, in bits and pieces, little fits and starts, take Yellow clean off this map. And we'll see you then.